Hi guys, my name is Joseph, and on this beautiful Saturday, I am having a great day. I've had a great weekend so far. I got to see a pretty good musical last night, The Addams Family, and it was my first time, and it was absolutely spectacular. One of my friends was in the show. His name is Keith, and he did a wonderful job. And it's kind of why I didn't get a chance to post this video yesterday, was because I was actually at the performance and celebrating with him. So I do apologize if this video is a day late, and it won't happen again, I promise. Today's video is going to be about the Disney College Program. Since I've done the program twice, one of my friends suggested that I make a video telling people about it, telling people stuff that they don't really tell you in the brochure and the manual, but stuff that you really want to know to make the most of your program. The Disney College Program is an internship that can last anywhere between 3 months and up to 1 year. During the internship, you live in complexes specifically designated for other interns. You'll have anywhere between 1 and up to 7 roommates, depending on your personal preferences. There are 2 ways to get roommates selected. The first way, which a lot of people don't know about, is that if you know someone who's coming down to the program at the same time as you, you can actually specifically request that person to live with you. That saves time if you don't feel like going through the whole process of getting roommates randomly selected, which is how it happens, which is the second choice. Basically, during the application, you answer a personal living questionnaire. Anything from, are you a late riser or an early to bed person? Are you a shy or outgoing? And then using those responses, they match you with other CPs who have the same type of lifestyle. And so it's to minimize clashing between 2 people who are going to be living together for the next couple of months. Both of my programs, I did surprise roommates, and I actually got along with most of them fairly well. It's just a nice air of surprise when you come in and you meet these people who are going to be your roommates for the next few months, and you know nothing about them, so you kind of have to start from scratch. Alright, so you guys have arrived, you've checked in, and you've gotten your specific role, or where you're going to be working. This could be anywhere from front desk at one of the resorts, or attractions in one of the parks, or maybe even the entertainment department, which works everywhere. The best advice I can give you in this regards is to not prejudge your role. What happens is a lot of CPs come down and they hear rumors about specific areas or specific roles, and they get nervous and they get really panicky, and it just starts the program off to a bad start. For example, custodial. My first program, I heard so many rumors about custodial, and I was super nervous and I was hoping I didn't get it. But my roommate Josh got custodial, and he loved his job. Unparalleled amounts of freedom as far as walking around the park. During fireworks, you can't really clean up, so you just get to stop and watch the fireworks. And then water art, which is their form of merchantaining. All of these things come in this supposedly bad role, and I've never heard him complain about it. Basically, what I can tell you is that your role is only what you make of it. No matter what role you get, they'll all have things in common, such as the amount of hours you'll be working in a week. Keeping it simple, the busier Disney World is, the more cast members we need to keep the parks fully staffed. This means that during peak season, you can see anywhere from 40, 50, maybe even 60 hours a week. And then, if it's your first job, it's hard. You kind of have to get used to it. You're learning a lot. And then about halfway through, you get the swing of it and you get into the groove of it and you get these nice paychecks and everything's going fine. And then you hit off peak season and you drop down to like 35, 40 hours a week. And you suddenly have all this time on your hand and you don't know what to do with it because you're not used to not working that many hours. Let's be honest, nobody gets rich working at Walt Disney World. But while working there, you get benefits and perks, which make working for $8 to $11 an hour perfectly acceptable. The biggest perk that you'll get is, once you're hired, you get free admission to all 4 parks on Walt Disney World property. Free. Just want to make sure you guys heard that. And then it doesn't stop there. Once you're into the park, you get discounts on nearly all the merchandise that's sold in that park. And then the discounts go further, from booking a Disney cruise to booking a room for your family coming down, to even dining at a table service restaurant. The discounts that we get make it dangerously easy to spend money on Disney property. And then there are things that, as a CP, you can't put a price tag on. There are numerous programs specifically designed for CPs to give them looks at how the Walt Disney World company runs behind the scenes. Things that you may have never questioned or wondered, but now you can't imagine not knowing. I don't want to ruin anything for you guys, but just a bit of advice. Once you've seen Space Mountain with the lights on, it can't be unseen. Okay, so you've got your role, and you know that you get into the parks for free. But what really makes the Disney College program so amazing are the types of people you will have the opportunity to meet. Do you guys remember how school was on the first day of every year? You go into the school, wait in line for your schedule, and then all these people will be in line with you, and you guys would just start talking, and then you would become friends. It's a lot like that during check-in for the college program. You have this giant line filled with people who are just as excited, who are just as nervous as you, and you guys are going to start talking, and you're going to become friends. These are usually the first people you meet even before your roommates. So now you have this small group of friends over here. And then you go to your apartment and you meet your roommates, then you have another group of friends. And then you go to your actual work location and you meet all these great cast members, and you have this giant group of friends coming together. And you guys go out to eat together, you guys hang out with each other, you guys become a family. And these are people from all over the world. These are people from New Zealand, Ireland, Scotland, Germany, Australia, Italy, everywhere. But now they're your family in your home away from home. And then suddenly your program starts to wind down to a close, and these last few weeks you find yourself doing a lot of last things. You have to go to the parks for the last time, you have to see your favorite character for the last time, you have to have your favorite food for the last time, all these last things, because suddenly those people who make up your Disney family are going to be out of reach, and you're not going to know how to handle it, and you'll end up finding yourself in the post-CP phase, what's probably more accurately described as post-CP depression. Post-CP depression is that period of time after the end of your college program during which you miss Disney and your friends so much that you don't really know how to handle it. So here are the top 3 ways that you can fight post-CP depression. Watch a lot of Disney movies. As corny as that sounds, the movies help tremendously when you find yourself dealing with a sudden lack of magic. Watch your favorite Disney park show. If you go on YouTube, I guarantee you can find any show on Disney property on YouTube in HD. It won't be the same as watching it in person, but it will surely help you if you can't see it again. And number 3, go back. More often than not, this is what a lot of post-CPs do actually. They'll get a group of people together, and not just people in America. They'll invite their friends from Scotland, and they'll fly from Scotland to Orlando to go to Disney World with this group of people you met during your college program, and you guys will have so much fun and do so much stuff. It'll be like you guys never left at all, and it's so awesome. And that brings my explanation of the Disney College program to a close. I hope this answered any question you guys may have had or would have had or actually have right now. It's a great program. If you guys, don't get me wrong, it's not an easy program. It's a lot of hard work. It's a lot of waking up super early and going to bed super late. But it's also a lot of diversity. It's a lot of culture. It's a lot of knowledge. And it's a lot of all these little learning experience that you can apply towards real life. With that being said, again, my name is Joseph. If you guys like this video, somewhere around this box there's a subscribe button. If you guys want to go ahead and click that and see my face again next week, where I promise the video will be on time. Scout's honor. Actually not Scout, Wilderness Explorer's honor.